Exercise 3. The following adjusted trial balance contains the accounts and balances of Ferrara Company as of December 31, 2009, the end of its fiscal year. And we're asked to prepare the closing entries for Ferrara Company. The first closing entry closes revenues to income summary. We have one revenue account, account 404, Services Revenue. To close the revenue account, we debit services revenue for its balance $33,100 and credit income summary. The next journal entry closes the expense accounts to income summary. Each of the expense accounts has a debit balance, so to close the expenses, we credit each of the expense accounts: depreciation expense, salaries expense, insurance expense, rent expense, and supplies expense, and debit income summary for the total of the expenses, $25,997. Income summary has been credited for $33,100 and debited for $25,997. The remaining credit balance represents its net income amount. Net income is closed to capital. Debit income summary for net income $7,103 and credit Ferrara's capital. And finally, we close the withdrawal account to capital. The withdrawal account has a debit balance of $6,000. To close the withdrawal account, we credit the withdrawal account for $6,000 and debit Ferrara's capital. Now let's look at the balance in Ferrara's capital account. The balance had been $47,697 before closing. To that we added net income $7,103, giving us a subtotal of $54,800, from which we subtracted the $6,000 in withdrawals. The ending balance in Ferrara's capital account, $48,800, will appear on the post-closing trial balance in the balance sheet. Requirement 2 asks us to prepare a post-closing trial balance. At this point in time, the balance in all the revenue accounts, expense accounts, and withdrawal accounts are zero, leaving the balance sheet accounts to appear on the post-closing trial balance. Cash, $18,000, supplies, $12,300, prepaid insurance, $2,000, equipment, $23,000, accumulated depreciation on the equipment, $6,500, but don't forget that we don't use the beginning capital balance on the post-closing trial balance. Instead, we use our new and updated balance, the post-closing balance of $48,800. Total debits on the post-closing trial balance, $55,300. Total credits, the same amount.